A child was selling candy to buy medicine and received an unexpected surprise from Adam Sandler. I never thought I'd be selling candy bars outside the local grocery store in downtown Boston, but here I was, a 12-year-old kid with a cardboard box and desperation in my eyes. My name is Ethan Mitchell, and my mom had been battling rheumatoid arthritis for 3 years. Last month, our insurance company denied coverage for her newest medication, some specialty biologic that cost more than our rent. Mom tried to hide how much pain she was in, but I could see it in the way she winced when she thought I wasn't looking. Just $5 a bar, I called out to passing shoppers, my voice cracking from repeating the same phrase all afternoon. Homemade chocolate caramel, helping my mom get her medicine. Some people smiled sympathetically but kept walking. Others dropped $1 or $2 without taking candy, which was nice but wouldn't add up fast enough. The pharmacy needed $437 more. By Friday, and after a week of selling, I'd only made $83. I kept my math homework open on my lap, trying to multitask while customers were scarce. Mrs. Rodriguez would accept late work if I explained, but falling behind would only create more problems. Hey buddy, how's business today? Mr. Chen, the store owner, brought me a hot chocolate. He bent the rules to let me set up near his entrance, provided I didn't block the door or harass customers. You look cold. Thanks, Mr. Chen. It's okay, I guess. Sold 8 bars so far. I accepted the warm cup gratefully, the late October chill seeping through my too small jacket. Your mother would be proud of your determination, but also worried. Sick. Make sure you're home before dark, okay? Bad weather coming tonight. I nodded, though I had no intention of packing up early. Every bar mattered. My best friend Marco had helped me make this batch, measuring ingredients in his kitchen while his mom supervised. They couldn't spare much money, but they gave me what they could. Time, ingredients, and encouragement. A couple approached and I put on my best smile despite my numb fingers. Would you like to buy a chocolate bar? They're really good, I promise. The woman looked at her partner, who shrugged before pulling out his wallet. Sure, we'll take 2. Thank you so much. I handed over the bars wrapped in wax paper and labeled, with marker, $10 closer. As the afternoon wore on, my spirits dimmed with the fading daylight. I'd been at this for hours with modest success, and my homework remained half-finished. Mom would be getting worried, though I told her I was studying at the library. The lie weighed on me, but it felt necessary. The wind picked up, scattering fallen leaves across the sidewalk as storm clouds gathered. I started packing up reluctantly when my phone buzzed, a text from Mom asking when I'd be home. Just as I was about to respond, a man in a baseball cap and sunglasses approached. Something about him seemed vaguely familiar, but I couldn't place it. "What are you selling there, kid?" he asked, his voice friendly with a distinctive raspiness to it. "Homemade chocolate caramel bars," I answered, pulling one back out of my box. $5 each. I'm trying to help my mom get her medicine. He squinted at me through his sunglasses. Yeah? That's a pretty big job for a kid your age. I straightened my shoulders, determined not to seem pitiful. Someone's got to do it. He nodded slowly, a half smile forming. How many you got left there? 14, I replied, hope flickering inside me. I'll take them all, he said, and my heart skipped a beat. The man reached for his wallet, and as he did, his sunglasses shifted. That's when I got a better look at his face. My mouth fell open as recognition hit me. You're Adam Sandler, I stammered, unable to stop myself. He grinned, pushing his sunglasses back up. Let's keep that between us for now, okay? I nodded, still stunned. Adam Sandler, the actor from all those movies Mom and I watched on our feel-better nights when her pain was really bad. We'd laugh until our sides hurt at Happy Gilmore and The Waterboy. It seemed impossible that he was standing in front of my little candy stand in Boston. So that's 14 bars at $5 each, he calculated, pulling out some cash. That's 70, but let's call it an even 100. He handed me a crisp $100 bill. Sir, Mr. Sandler, that's too much, I protested weakly, though we desperately needed every dollar. Nah, these look really good. Premium chocolate, right? He winked and took the entire box. Mind if I ask what medicine your mom needs? I hesitated, uncomfortable discussing our personal struggles with a celebrity, but something in his expression seemed genuinely concerned. It's for her rheumatoid arthritis. The insurance won't cover her biologic medication anymore, and it's really expensive. He nodded thoughtfully. That's rough, kid. You're doing a good thing here. Thanks, but I'm still really far from what we need, I admitted, folding the $100 bill carefully and tucking it into my pocket. What's your name? He asked. Ethan. Ethan Mitchell. Well, Ethan Mitchell, you're a good son. He glanced. At my math homework. 7th grade. Yeah, I said, surprised he'd noticed. You should probably get home before this storm hits. Need a ride? I shook my head quickly. No, thank you. My apartment's just a few blocks away. I can walk. He seemed relieved, nodding approvingly at my caution around strangers, even famous ones. Smart kid. Stay safe out there. I packed up my remaining supplies, still dazed by the encounter. Had that really just happened? Would anyone even believe me? I watched as Adam Sandler walked to a waiting SUV with darkened windows and handed the box of candy bars to someone inside before climbing in himself. The temperature dropped further as I hurried home, clutching my backpack against the gusting wind. Large raindrops began to fall just as I reached our apartment building. Mom was waiting anxiously by the window and rushed to the door as I entered. Ethan, where have you been? The library closed an hour ago. Her face was pale with worry, dark circles under her eyes betraying her exhaustion. I'm sorry, Mom, I said, guilt washing over me. I was actually selling candy bars to help with your medicine. Her expression shifted from relief to shock. You were what, Ethan? You know that's not your responsibility. But Mom, I made almost $200 total now. I pulled out the money to show her. And you won't believe who bought all my remaining bars today. She shook her head, cutting me off. We'll discuss this tomorrow. I've been worried sick. Get cleaned up for dinner. I swallowed my excitement about meeting Adam Sandler, recognizing that Mom was too upset to appreciate the story right now. As I washed my hands, I caught my reflection in the bathroom mirror, cheeks red from the cold, eyes bright with the secret I was keeping. That night, I couldn't sleep. The $100 bill felt like it was burning a hole in my sock drawer where I'd hidden it. We were still so far from the total we needed, but somehow meeting Adam Sandler had given me a strange sense of hope. 3 days later, I was back at my post outside Mr. Chen's grocery store after school. My candy sales had picked up slightly. After I'd mentioned my celebrity encounter to a few classmates, though I don't think most of them believed me. Still, curiosity brought customers, and every dollar helped. Any sign of your famous friend? Marco teased as he stopped by on his way home from basketball practice. He's not my friend, I corrected, arranging my newest batch of candy bars. And no, I don't expect to see him again. Marco shrugged. Still cool that he bought all your candy. My mom wants the recipe, by the way. She says your bars are better than hers now. I laughed. No way. Your mom's the one who taught us. We chatted for a while before Marco had to leave. As the afternoon crowd thinned, I counted my earnings. Today had been slower. Mom's medication deadline was tomorrow, and we were still over $200 short, despite my efforts and her taking on extra night shifts at the hospital where she worked as a medical billing specialist. My phone vibrated with a text. I assumed it was Mom checking on me, but instead it was from an unknown number. Ethan Mitchell, this is Rob Schneider, Adam Sandler's friend. Adam asked me to get in touch. Is this the right number? I stared at the message in disbelief. Was this a prank? Had someone from school somehow gotten my number? I cautiously replied, "Yes, this is Ethan." The response came quickly. "Great. Adam wants to help with your mom's medication. Can we meet? You and your mom somewhere tonight? Bring documentation about the medication and costs." My heart raced as I read and reread the message. This couldn't be real, could it? But how would a prankster know about my mom's medication? I called Mom immediately. "Mom, something weird just happened," I said when she answered. "I think Adam. Sandler wants to help us with your medicine." "Ethan, what are you talking about?" Her voice sounded tired. She'd been picking up overtime whenever possible. I explained about selling the candy bars to Adam Sandler and the text I'd just received. "Honey, be careful. This sounds like it could be someone trying to scam us," she warned. "But Mom, he knew about the medication. What if it's really him?" She sighed. "Forward me the message and come home now, please." I packed up my things and headed home, my mind spinning with possibilities. When I arrived, Mom was already on the phone with the pharmacy, verifying something about her prescription. She gestured for me to sit down at our small kitchen table. "So, you're telling me someone already paid for it?" she was saying, her expression confused. "When? Today?" She listened intently before thanking the person and hanging up. "Ethan," she said slowly, turning to me, "the pharmacy says my medication has been paid for in full for the next year." I gaped at her. "What? How?" "They said a foundation called Happy Madison Helping Hands contacted them this morning. That's Adam Sandler's production company." Her voice trembled slightly. "Did you really meet him?" I nodded vigorously. "Yes, I told you. He bought all my candy bars and asked about your medicine." Mom sat down heavily in the chair across from me, her eyes welling with tears. "I can't believe this. Why would he do something like this for strangers?" My phone buzzed again with another text. "Glad to hear the pharmacy got everything sorted. Adam says to enjoy the candy bars. They're delicious, by the way. Take care of your mom, kid." I showed Mom the message, and she covered her mouth with her hand, tears now flowing freely. It's a miracle, Ethan." For the first time in months, I saw something in my mom's eyes that had been missing: relief. The next few days passed in a blur. Mom's new medication arrived, and already I could see subtle changes. Less wincing when she moved, more energy in the evenings. The local newspaper somehow got wind of our story, though I suspect Mr. Chen might have had something to do with that. A reporter called asking for details about how Adam Sandler had helped us. "I'm not comfortable discussing that," Mom told them firmly. "Our medical situation is private, and Mr. Sandler's generosity wasn't done for publicity." I was proud of how she handled it, protecting both our dignity and Mr. Sandler's privacy. Still, word spread through our neighborhood. My teachers gave me curious looks, and suddenly kids who had never spoken to me before wanted to sit at my lunch table. "Is it weird being famous for meeting someone famous?" Marco asked as we walked home from school a week after the encounter. Shrugged. "I'm not famous, and honestly, I just want things to go back to normal." But normal had shifted. Mom was feeling well enough to attend my school's parent-teacher night, something she hadn't been able to do in months. We'd received a gift basket from a local bakery with a card that simply said, "From one candy maker to another, keep up the good work." No signature, but we both suspected who it might be from. Then came the most surprising development. A letter arrived with a return address from Happy Madison Productions. Inside was an invitation to visit a movie set in Massachusetts where Adam Sandler was filming his newest comedy. "Mom, look at this," I exclaimed, showing her the letter. "It says we can come any day next week. Can we go? Please." She examined the letter carefully. "It seems legitimate. Let me make a call to verify." After confirming that the invitation was real, Mom requested a day off work. The following Tuesday, we took a bus to the filming location, a beachfront property on Cape Cod. A production assistant met us at the entrance and led us through the busy set. Adam's finishing a scene, but he wanted me to get you settled in the visitor area. He'll be with you as soon as they wrap, she explained, bringing us to a comfortable tent with chairs and refreshments. We watched in fascination as crew members hustled around, adjusting lights and moving equipment. After about 30 minutes, the assistant returned. They're done. Adam will be here in a moment. Sure enough, Adam Sandler appeared, now dressed casually in jeans and a t-shirt rather than his character's costume. He broke into a wide smile when he saw us. "Ethan, the candy bar king," he called out, approaching with his hand extended. "And you must be Miss Mitchell. It's great to meet you both properly." Mom stood, shaking his hand with tears in her eyes. "Mr. Sandler, I don't even know how to begin thanking you for what you've done for us," he waved dismissively. "Please call me Adam, and honestly, your son inspired me. Not every kid would work so hard to help their parent." He turned to me. "How's the candy business going?" "I actually stopped selling them," I admitted. "Since Mom's medication is covered now, smart business decision, know when to exit the market." He nodded sagely, then grinned. "But I've got a proposition for you. Our craft services team tried your candy bars and they were impressed. Would you be willing to share your recipe? We'd credit you, of course, and there might be a little something in it for you college fund." My jaw dropped. "You want my recipe? But it's just something my friend's mom taught us." "Sometimes the simplest things are the best," Adam replied. "What do you say? Want to be part of movie history?" Mom squeezed my shoulder. "It's up to you, Ethan." I thought about Marco and his mom, how they'd helped me when I needed it most. Only if I can share the credit with my friends who helped me, and maybe a donation to the Arthritis Foundation instead of money for me? Adam's eyes crinkled with genuine warmth. "That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say, kid." 1 year later, I stood in line at our local movie theater with Mom and Marco, waiting to see the premiere of Adam Sandler's newest comedy. The arthritis medication had continued to work wonders for Mom, and though she still had bad days, they were fewer and farther between. She'd even been promoted at work after being able to take on more responsibilities. "I can't believe our candy bars are going to be in the movie credits," Marco whispered excitedly as we handed our tickets to the usher. "Just the recipe," I corrected him. "And our names in the special thanks section. It's not like we're stars." "Or anything," Mom laughed. "You're both stars to me." We found our seats just as the previews began. Mom had splurged on popcorn and drinks to celebrate the occasion, though we'd all agreed to save room for the special surprise after the movie. Adam had arranged for our local theater to serve Ethan's arthritis awareness bars on opening weekend, with proceeds benefiting medical assistance programs. The movie was hilarious, exactly what I'd expected from Adam Sandler. There was even a brief scene where his character bought candy from a child outside a store, though Adam had assured us it wasn't directly based on our encounter. Still, it felt special, knowing that our small interaction might have influenced. A tiny moment in the film, when the credits finally rolled, we stayed in our seats, eagerly watching for our names. And there they were. Special thanks to Ethan Mitchell, Marco Rodriguez, and Maria Rodriguez for their amazing caramel chocolate. "Bar recipe." Marco punched my arm lightly. "We're famous." As we exited the theater, the manager was setting up a display table with our candy bars, complete with a sign explaining the cause they supported. A small crowd had gathered, people curious about the connection between the movie and the candy. "Excuse me," a young girl approached me, maybe 8 or 9 years old. "Are you the real Ethan from the credits?" I nodded, feeling strangely shy. "Yeah, that's me." "My mom has arthritis too," she said quietly. "It makes her really sad sometimes." I knelt down to her level. "My mom used to be really sad about it too. But there are medicines that can help, and doctors are finding new treatments all the time." The girl's mother approached, leaning heavily on a cane. "I'm sorry about my daughter bothering you," she began. "She's not bothering me at all." I assured. Huh. Would you like a candy bar? They're pretty good, if I do say so myself. The woman smiled tiredly. That's very kind, and congratulations on your movie credit. It's wonderful to see awareness being raised. As they walked away with their candy bar, Mom put her arm around my shoulders. You know what Adam told me last week when he called to check in? He said meeting you that day was exactly what he needed. He'd been feeling disconnected from real people, living in the celebrity bubble. You reminded him of why he got into entertainment in the first place, to make people happy during tough times. I watched as more people purchased candy bars, the donation jar filling with additional contributions beyond the price. What had started as a desperate attempt to help my mom had somehow grown into something bigger than I could have imagined. Ready to go? Marco asked, his family waiting by the exit. Almost, I replied, pulling out my phone. I had one message to send first. The candy bars are a hit at the premiere. Thank you for everything. Ethan. The response came almost immediately. No, thank you. Keep making the world sweeter, kid. Adam. As we walked out into the cool evening air, I realized that the most unexpected encounters could lead to the most meaningful connections. What had begun with selling candy bars out of necessity had evolved into something that helped not just us, but others facing similar struggles. Sometimes the most surprising twists in life turn out to be the most beautiful ones.